Hi, and welcome to another week of Stretch and Pray. We're going to follow the same pattern that we've followed all the way through this journey so far. We'll start with a moment's calm and quiet and thinking about our breath work. And then we've got a lovely stretch routine for this whole week. And then we'll finish off by reading the Psalm for the day and entering into the presence of God and coming into our meditation and contemplation, and reteaching ourselves how to stop and pause and listen. So when you're ready, let's do that. Let's start with a moment's calm. Inhale, lift up your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, place them back and down. Relax. And again, inhale, lift up your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, place them back and down. Good. And come into sitting upright, where you can feel yourself lifting up but without force. And when you're ready, close your eyes. And we'll think about our breath. And we take this moment and allow ourselves to stop. We allow our bodies to be comfortable and relaxed. And you've got permission, if this isn't comfortable, to find a place that is. And as we enter into this moment, we allow our minds that have been racing from the next to-do list and the next to-do list to just come and be still. And to draw attention to this moment. And we draw closer to the one who loves us, recognizing that God's presence is always around. But let your mind become aware. As you breathe in deep, notice the rise and fall of your chest and stomach. And place the palms of your hands face up. And in doing so, we can say, I am ready to receive all that you have for me, all that God has for you in this moment. And so we'll take a moment together to just be quiet in the presence of God. You are accepted and loved as you are in this moment. Amen. It still feels very countercultural to even be still for a moment, and if you've been doing the whole journey, you'll really notice how much easier it is to enter into stillness and allow your body to just be in touch with your body, mind and soul, to be interconnected. But if you're not used to it, it does take practice and time to allow your body and mind to come into contemplation. So let's start every time I take my ear over to one shoulder, I just feel release. And back to center and the other side. And just feel and allow your shoulders to drop as you feel the stretch through your neck. And center and coming over to one side. And turning your head to the other side. And we'll do a shoulder roll as well. Brings us into some really good posture. Okay, let's do some small spine twists. So take one hand on the opposite knee, other hand placed behind you and twist. And you turn your head as well because your body often follows where your head's going. And we lift up. And center and the other side. And I just love to do this. I love to do this as part of my prayer life. It's the moments where I teach my body to stretch, but also pause and be still. Okay, bring both legs out in front of you. I need to be mindful of my Bible. Place that across. Both legs out in front of you. Place your hands behind you. Take one foot over the top of the knee. You may even need to be able to do that with your hand if that's not comfortable for you. And then hands back behind you. We're gently going to lift up that leg. Now your leg will go to different positions according to where you are on this journey. And you can be as upright as you can be. And you'll feel the stretch in your hips and in your glutes. And lifting up and out of it. We'll hold it here for a moment. Good, and we'll swap over. So again, you can just place your hand, or you can use your hands if that helps to guide you. Now when you bring this leg over the top, it needs to be over the top of the knee that's flat on the floor. Take both hands behind and lift up. And again, you can extend that stretch by sitting up and by bringing that knee in, that foot in, the bottom foot that's on the floor. Or you can make it slightly easier by taking that foot further away from the body. Oh, it feels good. Okay, slowly releasing and coming out of it. Okay, choose whichever side you want to start with, but we're going to come and lie on our side for the moment. And when you're on your side, give your hand, give your head a headrest. I mean, you can do it all the way lying down with your ear on your side if you want, or up on a headrest. And then we're going to take the rest of the body as straight as we can do. And I want you to just take a moment and be mindful of your pelvic floor muscles, gently pulling up and in, and gently holding in the abdominals on the side. And we're going to go into a quad stretch. So we take the back leg at, well, I would call it the shoelaces. And if you can't reach, this is where you can have a little trick and you can hold on to your leggings or whatever trousers you happen to be wearing. And from here again, it will take your balance, which is why I said hold in your quads. Push forward from the hips and you'll extend the stretch. Take those knees together. And we hold it here. Good. And roll over onto your back. Take the same leg up, bring it into the chest. And then we're going to extend the leg. Now you can choose to extend the leg here, or it may be further down, or you may need to bring this knee upwards to make it easier. Or you can hold at the calf, don't hold behind the joint. And we'll extend a hamstring stretch. And extend it by flexing your foot. Good, and slowly down. And into a full body stretch. So that's taking the arms right up and the feet in the opposite direction, and breathe. Okay, it's time to roll over onto the other side. I'm turning over completely so that you can still see what I'm doing. So again, you can come into that headrest or shoulder on ear, and come into that neutral posture. Make sure that your hips are one on top of the other, not rolling backwards or forwards. Holding in gently the pelvic floor muscles and the abdominals. And when you're ready, we're going to lift up that leg and we'll hold that quad stretch for a moment. So push forwards from the hips, try and get those knees together. Good, and roll over onto your back. Take your knee into, oh, I'm very close to the shelves behind me. Take the knee into the chest, extend the other leg and hold it again here for a moment. Before finally extending up through the leg. Now just remember, if you want to make this easier, bring up that bottom leg so the foot is flat on the floor and the knee is bent, or you can extend it by keeping it stretched out in front, and you can extend it more by holding there at the calf. So we finish by flexing the foot. Before slowly bringing it all the way back down. And we'll come up into our meditation position. So if you want to stay lying down for your meditation position, then you're more than welcome. You may want to find a seat. I know one of my good friends will be getting into bed to enjoy this moment at the end of the day. But come into where is comfortable for you. And if this is your first session, feel free, you have permission to use this time and to experience God in a new way. So when you're ready again, I often place palms of the hands face up because it allows us to relax. And it's the receiving position. We receive all that God has for us in this moment. And you can change your legs, your leg position. And sometimes actually it helps me to sit with my legs out wide because it takes the pressure off knees. But I know that's not comfortable for everyone. So I'm giving you a moment to get into a position that's comfortable for you and your body. And when you're ready, I encourage you to close your eyes. And we'll place palms of the hands up and we'll think about our breath. Coming into a place of stillness. Let the breath flow deep down into your belly without forcing it. And so we enter into the presence of God. And we thank God for the gift of this day. Take one hand on your heart, one on your upper abdominal. And as you breathe in, is there anything that you notice? Anything that comes to mind that you need to bring before God into this moment? And if there isn't, that's okay, but if something comes to mind as you breathe and hold, that's what we bring to God. And place your hands back away. Or it may be that it feels right to keep one hand on your heart and one hand in the receiving position. I'm going to read the psalm for the day. And as I read it slowly, what's the word or phrase that stands out to you? Psalm 38, verses 10 to 22. My heart throbs, my strength fails me. As for the light of my eyes, it is gone from me. My friends and companions stand aloof from my affliction, and my neighbours stand far off. Those who seek my life lay their snares. Those who seek to hurt me speak of ruin and meditate treachery all day long. But I am like the deaf. I do not hear, like the mute who cannot speak. Truly, I am like one who does not hear, and those whose mouth is no resort. But it is for you, O Lord, that I will wait. It is you, O Lord my God, who answer. For I pray, only do not let them rejoice over me. Those who boast against me when my foot slips. For I am ready to fall, and my pain is ever with me. I confess my iniquity. I am sorry for my sin. Those who are my foes without cause are mighty, and many are those who hate me wrongfully. Those who render me evil for good are my adversaries, because I follow after good. Do not forsake me, O Lord. O my God, do not be far from me. Make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation. I wonder what was the phrase that stood out. Breathe in the holy breath of God. And a blessing. Take one hand upon your forehead and draw the sign of the cross of Jesus. May the blessing of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with you now and always. Place your hand on top of your head and breathe in. Amen.